let me bring up John Blumenthal. Where is he?
Oh yeah,
Johnny.
he was. I haven't heard
Johnny.
it, but I hear he is a bit outspoken.
Yeah. So this is Johnny because that's a good segue, actually, to be honest, about treatment of characters. So John Blumenthal, this recently, refused to reprise or Punisher role in Daredevil: Born Again because he hated Disney's creative direction. This is like only about what are we, like 3 days ago, 16th. So the Marvel Cinematic Universe is an absolute mess, so it should not be surprising to hear that John Benthal, I always say Blumenthal, Benthal reportedly refused to make his return to the Daredevil franchise due to the allegedly atrocious original script for the upcoming Disney and Disney Plus show. Now it goes, it has been almost a decade since. Has it been a decade, dude?
Yeah, we're getting old.
Holy hell. Seriously. I mean, I can't believe it's been a decade since he was Punisher. That is crazy because he did
a couple of seasons, so it was spread out a little. And he did Daredevil.
He was awesome. Like, seriously, he is, like, honestly, he is, for me, and I've seen all the Daredevil, Punisher movies, whatever, and I've read all the Garth Ennis series, as well as I think I read which was what was that other guy? Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith did something, right? And but the Marvel Knights or Marvel Max series of Punisher is the best thing in the world, and also Born. Punisher Born, you gotta read that. I haven't read Soviet yet. I'm really pissed off. I haven't got around to Soviet yet. But John is freaking. He really gets a character. And the thing is that, like you're saying,
he's making a stand. It's good. And I mean, frankly, I mean, yeah, Punisher might be alive in the movies and TV series still, but they've basically killed the comics entirely and ruined the character. I wouldn't be surprised if John Bernthal could buy the Punisher and then make his own like decent Punisher movies.
Yeah.
I mean, the value of him's got to have plummeted drastically. Like they wanted to get rid of him so bad.
Yeah. I mean, like, seriously, they destroyed the whole, the icon that was Punisher. I mean, I've got action figures, I've got T-shirts, I've got stickers that Shane gave me as presents, right? That he printed himself, and because he knows how much I love the Punisher, and I actually, we created our own, kind of created my own sort of version of that, but we've got our own version of, called Red Dot, which is no longer anything like Punisher because he's, became very original. But the story was like part of the idea was to create a a 5-page Punisher story, which then became Red Dot, then became a whole new, researched them out, gave his own storyline, but I just felt really sick what they did with the Punisher in Marvel, and because when you look at what John did with the character, man, he just made it his own. A bit like what they say about like how Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Johnny Depp made the character. He actually,
if you could call it a character.
Yeah. He just basically took some one of the Rolling Stones persons and put him into that thing and made it more so. The drunken pirate. And it's like when you look at John in this role, is just perfect in it, and I'm glad he.
I think he could come back in a heartbeat, like the Punisher, and be decent. But I just don't feel that Disney wants to do it or could do it. They probably would just destroy him even further, and then hold on to him just out of spite.
Well, the talk is that he's got like a cameo right at the end, and that's it. And
the weird thing is, it's the whole like anti-violence thing. I think because I'd be fine if the female Punisher came in, because there's a female Punisher in the comics for a while, and there's a dude with a mask too, like that didn't last forever. But like, I'd be fine with that change, like on form. I think it was like a blonde ex-cop lady, and like, I mean, I can imagine it would just be a race switch, but like my point is, I don't mind the fact that it could change, but like at least change to what was in the story. But I feel like it's the violent side of things probably, like how violent's Marvel been recently? Not very.
Well, they killed half the world.
with that Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, well, I
Oh,
mean, like also the Snap, they just killed everybody. So, like, you know, killed some of the greatest characters they had. So, I think it's just, you know, rough shot over all their characters. I mean, then they ruined Daredevil anyway, and She-Hulk, you know, made him to have the walk of shame. It's like,
but
yeah,
that's kind of what I mean. Like that's where they're taking them, and so like uber violent characters like him, because even though villains are super violent or could have the potential to be, like Deadpool was the only one that was showing us that, and like, will he continue his level? I don't know.
I just wish, you know, I just wish he stayed away from, you know, Deadpool stayed away from Marvel Universe altogether, stayed in that world that he was in. Was it Sony? Is he part of Sony?
I thought I think he was, but the X-Men. No,
Yeah.
Fox.
Fox. I loved him as Fox, and I love what Ryan Reynolds did, and I love the R18 version because the guy gets his head chopped off all the time. How are you going to like make that work in a PG rating? You know. Oh, the other thing I was going to mention about that was like, did you notice that that in that trailer for 97, right? X-Men 97, he looked like he had a cigarette, but wasn't a cigarette, like Wolverine. Because Wolverine is always chopping down on a you know, on a cigar. Yet they had something that looked like white, like might have been like just a lollipop stick or something like that.
Chewing gum. Yeah.
No, that was thick. So it was like a long white thing. I noticed that, and I thought it was a bit weird that they had that there. But I don't remember like if it was that thing in the original 92 series, right? But yeah. Oh, talking about Spider-Man, right?
Oh, neat.
I just got to find the right Spidey to put on it.
And I've been waiting for the noise to die down, so I could have some time to think back to when I wanted to be with